What's up, Zox fam? We're back with some more Etheria Restart. Appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Now, there's been some more characters that have been teased, and there's actually one in particular that I just completely overlooked. So we're going to be going over that character as well, starting off with that actually. So with that, we have the character Eternal Sleep Valarian. And this character actually looks really cool. And once again, we have another SR character that is being showcased. Now, what's really cool about her, she has like a whole bunch of different references and vibes. Like she kind of gives a punker vibe, but like there's like some emo in there. Then there's like this lab coat. So she actually like seems to have like some sort of correlation to like medicine, because she even has like what is it called? It's not a stethoscope. I think it's something, I forgot what it's called, but you know exactly what it is, like feel people's heart rates and stuff like that and beats and stuff, right? So she has a lot of different references across all that stuff. Now the thing is that her title is the Eternal Sleep and her affiliation is Dream Club, which again, remember in the last video we took a look at Viper, who's also affiliated with the Dream Club, and I think he's actually one of the leads of the Dream Club. Now for her character quote, it goes to say, "Are you feeling unwell, worried? Then go out and ask about Dr. Valarian's reputation. I'll sleep a little longer." So what's really cool about her is a couple of different things, is that I almost feel like she's going to be a sleep unit. Like, and I feel like in a lot of ways, like a lot of companies tend to do this with units where they'll tie their personality into their abilities, especially with the initial release characters. I feel like as games develop, then you might start seeing variances in that. But starting out, I didn't really like see any too many sleeping characters. So I will say I feel like she's going to be on the spectrum of being a sleep unit, right? Now, again, when we're talking about negative effects, like I said, we have Viper, who seems to be a poisoner. I did see in the beta there was like your typical attack breaks, defense breakers, stunners, etc. Right? So you kind of had those type of abilities, but now it looks like they're trying to really bring forth some other abilities, which I really honestly am for. So again, I'm not opposed to that. Now, of course, with that, it goes to say under report 1 that she's an unlicensed doctor who is lazy, decadent, and seems unreliable. Now, I think the emphasized word here is seems unreliable. It doesn't mean she is unreliable, but I think it's because of like the laziness or energy that she probably puts off. That's probably what you probably would presume. Now, with report 2, it says due to some special reasons, I usually sleep more than I wake up. And even when I'm awake, I always look sleepy. And then under report 3, it says, as a doctor, Valarian never slacks off when working. She treats all lives equally and will not give up on any patient with hope easily. Now, the thing that I was just kind of thinking about just a second ago too with this character is I really feel like this is like something they're doing that's really going to be correlated to the emphasized idea that they already kind of put out via their dev notes, was that they wanted to really make a game that had a more competitive scene for PvP. So I do feel like that's why they're starting to kind of throw these things in a little bit earlier, especially after all the beta stuff. So they kind of like got through some of those baseline things, was like, hey, look at our characters, let us know how you feel about them, how their kits look. And then since then, they've just been cooking up some really insane characters in the background. And we're now starting to see a lot of them for the first time because we're pushing to that official release. So again, I really will say a lot of the times lab coat type characters can be very boring, but I actually feel like they did this one like justice. They really didn't just like throw her in this giant lab coat that just kind of overtook the rest of the character's design. They still made sure that she still had her own unique flair. So that's something that I really honestly feel like they did extremely well with this character. And I hope to see more of that, right? So that's basically that for Valarian. Now, the last character I want to take a look at, and this is another character that I was like, oh shoot, wait a minute, this is looking kind of crazy, is Ghostrix Lily. Now, Ghostrix Lily is actually an SSR. Now, I think they actually teased in like a very split second this character doing her animation for her ult. But she is a magician character, which is really cool. So she goes by the name Ghost Trick or Ghost Magic. She is also affiliated with XD Entertainment. So remember, Doki is a artificial intelligence that we've already seen as a boss, now as a playable character. But now with Lily, we kind of are seeing I guess, a more human character. Like, she doesn't seem to be an artificial intelligence at all. So it goes to say for her character, quote, nice to meet you. My name is Lily. I'm a magician. No, don't look at me anymore. So she obviously is coming off as a very shy character. And honestly, that kind of is making me wonder like how her abilities are going to play out. Like, you know, how some characters kind of have those types of abilities where they're mistake oriented, but they're still like super powerful or something like that. And just to kind of look at her overall character design, dude, this looks sick, right? So again, the familiar take that they're going with, I really do appreciate, because for me, it's just very nostalgic. Like, you know, I love Persona. I love things like Mega Man. And they definitely are pulling and really honestly creating their own unique variants of this. Now, what's really cool is that she has kind of this ghost appeal to the ability or the familiar that she has connected to her. There's obviously a huge indicator here that there's the hat, which she also has on. You see that the hats that they both have on are like kind of like shared, you know, with like, I would say design, right? And then of course the cape, which isn't necessarily as visible comparatively to the familiar that's behind her, but she does have a cape on. So I'm almost assuming that this cape has to be represented and somehow summoned by her wearing what she has on. That's at least my assumption. Now, there's also like, you know, obviously some references for like Alice in the Wonderland. It's kind of giving me some Kingdom Heart vibes as well. So I don't know how much or how relevant that's going to be to this specific character, but we are kind of getting those vibes, which is really, really cool. Now, of course, with that, it goes further to say under the report 1, I am weak and shy and easily feel uneasy. I'm very afraid of the spotlight and crowds. So I think that this is actually a huge indicator that this familiar obviously is going to be making her much stronger and allowing her to be better at whatever it is that she does. Now, under report 2, it says we rehearse every performance thousands of times, but once an unexpected situation occurs that is beyond the rehearsal situation, we will still be in a panic and make a fool of ourselves. So then under report 3, it says, however, with the help of the magic hat and cape, there we go, performance accidents can be turned into performance effects. Over time, this has become Lily's unique performance style. So it looks like she is one of those like characters that just like kind of messes up all the time. But it looks like what they are kind of hinting at is that with the cape and the hat, which is the familiar here, it actually takes her weakness and makes it her strength, which is really cool to like just lore wise that they're kind of tying that in. So I'm actually really excited to see like what does the symbols mean on the hands. How does this like work? Is this like some sort of like familiar? Is it a curse? Like what is this going on with this character? So yeah, the characters look pretty sick in my opinion. I feel like they've really been making a wide variety of characters. I feel like each character is bringing something unique and or different to the table. Like she has all these chains and like all this other stuff on her outside of her just being like that typical just lolly character, right? So she looks really cool. But nonetheless, I'm interested to know how you guys feel about this. Let me know in the comment section down below. Do you feel like these are now characters you want on your roster, or are some of the other ones that we've gone over more your taste? So that's going to be that with this one, guys. Everyone, stay blessed. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.